There's a problem in Chevella for the tomato farmers. The tomato prices fluctuate between 1 rupee a kg for the farmer to 100 rupees a kg. When it's 100 rupees a kg, a few farmers make crores of rupees. And when it's 1 rupee a kg, many farmers lose their livelihood for that year and dump the tomatoes on the road. There's a solution for this. In fact, there are 3 broad solutions for this. Number 1 is information and knowledge. Number 2 is futures contracting. Number 3 is food processing. Knowledge and information. Tomato is a 3-month crop. On the day of planting the tomato, the price could be 100 rupees. But by the time of harvest, 3 months later, it could crash to 1 rupee. So the farmers can predict what the price is going to be when it is planted or when the tomato seeds are sown, then the problem can be solved. Every year, the tomato prices shoot up approximately the same month of the year and collapse approximately the same month of the year. And in many regions, including this, they shoot up end of summer and keep on shooting up throughout the rainy season, and they start collapsing after the rainy season where weather is more perfect. In the rainy season, the rain destroys the crop and have less yield. In the summer, there's too much heat and the heat destroys the crop and there's less yield. So if you take last year's curve, it will be like this. That is, it peaks somewhere in the end of summer and it starts collapsing in winter. And if you take the last 10 years data and superimpose one over the other, then you approximately know when it goes up and when it crashes. So if you just share this information with the farmers will know when to plant tomatoes and when not to plant tomatoes. The main reasons for tomato price fluctuation is, number 1, excess production, and also more number of farmers plant during certain time thinking the prices are high. So both these problems can be solved because the demand being approximately constant, the supply is the supply that keeps fluctuating. Number 2, futures contracting. On the day you plant the tomatoes, if you can find a buyer after 3 months and have a contract or agreement with him, let's say for 30 or 35 rupees, you may not make a runaway profit, but definitely you will not make a loss. You will make a reasonable profit. So find a buyer, maybe a hotel or a food processing company or a caterer, and have an advance contract with them. Simple, as long as you can find that future buyer. The third one is tomato processing. The first among the tomato processing is making a puree. The tomato prices fluctuate between 1 to 100 rupees and the shelf life is only about 10 days. But if you make it into a puree, that's a juice with a lot of pulp, then the prices of the puree fluctuates between 30 rupees and 150 rupees. So the fluctuation is a lot less. And the storage time, if you use cold storage, because it's more compact, it's going to last 1 month. The shelf life is 1 month. The next one in food processing is sun-dried or artificially dried tomatoes. And that is, you take the tomatoes and dry them, and the dried tomatoes price varies between about 60 or 70 rupees to about 200 rupees. So the price fluctuation is even smaller now, but the shelf life is almost 1 year. The third one is tomato powder. If you take the dried tomatoes and powder them in a mill, the price of tomato powder fluctuates between 200 and 600 rupees, much shorter, just 3 times. And the shelf life of tomato powder is 3 years. So that's the third one. I've been working on all these 3 sets of solutions, and I've been partially successful. But where there's a will, there's a way, and I have multiple ways to do it. I've did it in the past. I tried the first solution of knowledge and information, giving the farmers the ability to predict tomato, but it was not publicized. I did not send it to all the villages. That was one. The second one is tomato puree. I had a truck-mounted tomato pureeing machine. After they harvest the tomato, the farmer does not sell tomatoes. He converts that into a portable pureeing machine. It's mounted on Tata Ace and converts into puree and sells it. The fourth one is sun-dried tomatoes. I also made low-cost tomato dryers. All this, but I'm going to make them a reality this time. It'll solve the tomato price fluctuation problem for the farmers of Chevella.
ఈ వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్టయితే లైక్ చేయండి, 10 మందికి షేర్ చేయండి. అలాగే కామెంట్ల రూపంలో మీ అభిప్రాయాలను మాతో పంచుకోండి. నేషనలిస్ట్ హబ్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఛానల్స్ ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకుని తెలుగునాట జాతీయవాద జర్నలిజాన్ని ప్రోత్సహించండి. ఈ వీడియో కింద ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ పై క్లిక్ చేయడం మర్చిపోవద్దు.